What's up, cats? Cool. I'm indoors. I want to talk about love. It's not a feeling. It's not a lot of things that you've been taught. It's a habit. Love is a choice that you make every single day. That's why I wear rings. The two is not symbolic at all. It's just that the jade one, the original that I was going for, is too small for me. Then this one caught my eye, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I have to. So I was really grateful to support a really, really good Seattle artist. So, love's a habit. It is shared emotional health. When I talk about tides, so when I call you cats, in case you're new here, it's based on 3 amazing things that I've written songs about now. So candle, transformative light and warmth. That's you. That's me. Okay? That's you. Ashigaru, which has my own new meaning to it. Kintsugi, another Japanese term. Sharp-willed peacemaker. Need before luxury for everybody. Need before want. Period. Okay? And then always the greater, the bigger picture. Like, what is the biggest priority? Do that first. Have your stuff done. That's Ashigaru. And then tide. That's what I'm talking about right now. We share light, we share pull, and we share water cycle. Now, that could sound a little cryptic. Love is a choice. When I say that I am love in my Atlassian oath, I choose life. I am love, I choose to cherish. I am love, I choose to be curious and understand the beautiful things and believe them instead of, illness or disease. And I am love, I choose compassion. Those are habits and they are promises. That's my Atlassian oath. So, when I say that love is a habit, and when I say I love you to somebody, which is not common anymore, because I do expect reciprocity, which means I give my best, you give yours. Like actual best. Not excuses, not blaming, not assumptions, not what happened 2 weeks ago, not 2 years ago, not 5 years ago. We don't keep people trapped in what used to be. We let them be free. We let their truth come out, and we trust it and we nurture that. What do you want to see in a person? Do you want to see them be a mental illness? Do you want to see them be a problem? Cool, treat them like that then. That's not love. That's the opposite of it. Concern has never been care. If you're concerned for a person, you don't care. Because if you actually cared, seek to understand the beautiful things. I have a song called The Obvious. And in the second verse, I don't think it's available on my Resonant Ghost YouTube, and no, I can't afford it right now. Can't afford DistroKid, and it's only $40 a year. So if you want to help, I've got my Venmo, at Resonant Ghost. Very easy. But that's one way you can show love, because you see the value in the human being talking to you, and the words and the things that are actually coming out of his mouth instead of twisting in the words. That's not love either. If that kind of stuff is happening to you, it's okay to have standards. It's okay to have boundaries. And it's okay to, say when they are being disrespected and who is disrespecting them and how to respect them better. Because love chooses to be curious about the freedom and wants to free the person, not keep them trapped in what you think they should be or what you think they are. But it is habit. And that means attitude and belief. Again, like, what is this person? Are they a mental illness? Well, why do we keep pushing that on them then? That's not love. That's concern. That's bullcrap. That's laziness. That's excuse town. That's not seeing the person right in front of you. That's not taking the words on a page and even giving them a chance. And then that's words and behavior. words and behavior patterns, really. The patterns are what matter. If somebody's not willing to break their unhealthy habits toward you, every time they say, I love you to you, it is not true. That hurts. Because that is manipulation. That is controlling. That is, I have to have you be a certain way in order to even recognize that you exist. That's not love. Love is equality. You recognize that we have the same why. You know, we're all alive. When we are able to be free from mental limitations, emotional limitations, unhealthy thoughts, unhealthy emotions that we're causing in other people and on ourselves because we don't take care of them. Those are responsibilities that we all have. Mentality and the energy we put out, the emotions we put out, the feelings we cause in another person through our words and behavior and attitudes and beliefs toward them. Then you kind of leave it to chaos, and that's not decision making. Love is deliberate action. It's a habit. It's health. It's prioritizing health over everything else. So when somebody is trying to make healthy decisions, that needs to be encouraged, including you. So thank you for watching this, because that tells me I'm not alone. It tells me that I'm putting out good stuff and getting good stuff back. I'm getting that reciprocity, even if it's from people that I haven't met yet. So I really appreciate that, because that is the healthy change that we need to make, to prioritize relationships and communication and the things that we share together. Create memories worth sharing together and worth remembering at all. Everybody has them. We can all do that. We all have the same amount of choice. We all have the same amount of hours in every day. Doesn't matter where you wake up. You know, I had somebody say, you know, I woke up on the right side of the ground. It's a good perspective. It's a good perspective, a healthy thing to wake up to, no matter where you wake up. It's like, okay, I'm alive. I have a chance to be healthy. There are things that are within my influence, not control. Control is addict. Only addicts need to control things, especially their emotions and the emotions of others. You know, I got a degree in psychology, and emotions aren't bad. They're just indicator lights on your heart and in your mind, and how you interpret them matters. Not all of them are cause for alarm. You know, there's a lot of false thunder. Okay? Not every light on a dashboard needs service. Sometimes you just leave the blinker on. They're like, oh, shoot. You know what I mean? Just because it's a flashing light doesn't mean anything, necessarily. When you turn on the car, all of the lights turn on. And they should turn off. You know, it's just, you know, stuff is working properly. You can trust the indicator lights. Is the check engine really requiring you to check anything right now? Maybe the dome light is just on because the car has character, but I don't believe that. I like things working properly. That's why I get in and, you know, solve things. Only the disease thinks the cure is a threat. So it's okay to be the cure, regardless of what you get back. Okay? I want you to know that. It's important to know that I'm on the side of your health, because that's all that matters. You know, you woke up today and you chose to watch this video, and so far you're 9 minutes in. Thank you. That, you know, should tell you that you're prioritizing positive change, and that matters. And you've got somebody in your corner. I don't take sides, but anybody, because truth doesn't take sides. Truth is truth. You either acknowledge it and, you know, let it happen and assimilate to it, get out of its way, because, I mean, that's what it's about, right? If you were to draw 2 circles, there's a bigger circle, that way, and then a little circle. Where would you rather be? What sounds more freeing? Being a caterpillar stuck in a chrysalis that you don't belong in anymore, or be the butterfly that you became? Yeah, freedom, right? So what is mental and emotional freedom? Well, it's getting rid of that self-limitation, getting rid of the sense of self altogether. The concept is gone for me. I'm a butterfly. I'm not what I was even yesterday. A couple of days ago, yesterday and a couple of days ago, I tried a different approach to get somebody's attention that I love very, very much. And I said things that, if true, are very, very bad. The thing is, I understand that just because dots connect don't mean that the light turns on. And what that means is, just because you can make an argument doesn't mean you should. I prioritize truth no matter what. So when life is confusing and I just say everything that I see, that's all that's going on. You know, I'm in the dark and there's all these indicator lights going on, and please help me understand which ones are actually real. That's what that means. It's no cause for alarm. It's just checking for confirmation. You know, I've been sending and sending and sending and sending and extending and extending and extending, but there's no hand reaching back. It's radio silence, and that's very, very hurtful. That's very confusing. Because it feels invalidating. So if that feels like a situation you're in and similar to you, just know that you're not alone. I don't take sides. Again, like I said, come full circle with that one. Okay? Love is a habit, though, and I always return to it. The real kind. Healthy. So let's talk about tides for a second. It comes from the moon, right? And the moon does not reflect, it doesn't have its own light. It doesn't generate its own light. It is shared. We get to be alive for a little while. I believe in something called the human light spectrum. I'm actually writing a song about that. Do you want to hear the lyrics so far? I told my friend Brenda, which is, you know, I don't even know what she looks like. There's no face to the name. Even, it's just a plaque on a rock with a possibly very inconsiderate rope attached to the tree. But, this is what love looks and sounds like and feels like. It's somebody that is willing to tell the truth and be in your corner. And, you know, be willing to admit that, you know, life is confusing sometimes. But it's okay, because we can influence somebody else's experience and show love, whether it's given back or not. It does matter if it's given back. Reciprocity matters. It really does. You're giving your best. It's fair to expect the best in return. How is this really me? A glowing thread in the tapestry, surrender I to shine my peace in it, ease into the white, its grace fills my heart to get texture, prismatic color, and I believe in it. What that means, heart get texture. I don't know if you know this. I am so curious. I love life. I really do. And I always want to understand as much as I can of the beautiful things. With a degree in psychology, I prefer language and cognition, how to get the best out of this so I can have the healthiest life. So I'm very curious about light and color, and I came across a macro image of a feather, and that's where I learned that specifically blues and purples in nature aren't pigment. They're structure. It's actually really, really thin filaments that cause that light to refract and then reflect that, you know, beautiful blue that we see in peacock feathers, for example. Very cool, huh? That means, metaphorically, that architecture in your heart, your soul, is designed specifically for your true color. Which is when we get out of our heads, get out of our limitation, get out of the way, and let it shine through. You can trust that. Some people are very used to seeing only a very specific shade of whatever particular color, and sometimes they do expect you to fit that mold, and when you do not fit in that mold anymore, they don't know what to do. And that's okay. Still be true. Still be healthy. Right? That's what that means. The architecture, prismatic color, right? So prism, rainbow. If you ever seen the cover for Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon, right? Prism, light goes in, rainbow comes out. We've all seen that image, right? Whether it's Pink Floyd or not, we know that image. Okay, prism, prismatic color. I believe in it. I put a capital I because the big light, right, that source material, coming full circle with those little circles, when you get rid of yourself, you are left with source material. That's the only possibility. Cool, huh? So, that's where that comes from. Just imagine yourself being in your favorite image. I'm at the library and I walked across Batman and I'm a big Batman fan or whatever. Just imagine, like, you know, something cool, some cool image. I'm sure there's one in here. Like this skyline of Gotham, for example. Like, that is super cool, right? I love that. So imagine being just a thread in that, a tapestry of that image, or of your favorite image. You know, if you are, I'm assuming this is going worldwide, and you know, I like different countries. I like diversity a ton. So suppose you have a love for your country, and your country is Kenya, right? The Kenyan flag is beautiful. Imagine being a thread in that. Awesome, isn't it? The US flag, the Dutch flag, the Japanese flag, you know, whatever it is, Indonesia, which is just Poland inverse, when Poland is really freaking underrated. I love Polish art. And I do an Indonesian martial arts, so kind of biased a little bit. Okay. Preference isn't biased, by the way. I prefer Manchester United above everybody else. They're my favorite team ever. Okay. But opinion is a preference that is not based in fact. It's unplugged from fact, because as soon as you fact check something and say, oh yeah, everybody's club matters, everybody's color matters, that's what we're talking about with the human light spectrum, okay? I have my preferred colors, but they're preference. If you're a Liverpool fan, I still love you. During the 90 minutes, it's going to be, you know, whatever it's going to be, but then as soon as the final whistle blows, no, you're a human being, and I love you again. That's how that works. See? Care about the player more than the jersey. Care about the heart. Right? Doesn't matter what jersey you're wearing, and that's the whole point here. I believe in equality, which is same why we all love the beautiful game, right? So I view it as a 90-minute time-released photo of God versus God. Think about that. 11 players per side, the coaching staff, the refs, the fans, the VAR. Yeah, dude. That's a really, really, really awesome family photo that's time-released in 90 minutes. I don't care about the score. I don't care about win-lose. That's a tiny game. That's little think. That's little circle. I think big circle. Thanks for being here. Trying on a better thought. So that's what I'm talking about. A glowing thread in that tapestry. You are an important part of whatever picture you belong in. For me, that's music. For me, that's writing. For me, that is open spirituality. All really good stuff. Then it continues. These two are the beautiful ones, and then I just kind of get like thoughts. And it's okay. I'll turn this into beautiful stuff too. It's just whenever I put the pen to page, I never know what's coming out. And it always blows my mind. Like this question, how is this really me? Yeah, I ask that all the time. Like, how is this real life? It's so beautiful. I can't believe it. So I'll just start from the beginning again. How is this really me? A glowing thread in this tapestry, surrender I to shine my peace in it, ease into the white. Its grace fills my heart texture, prismatic color, and I believe in it. Believe in your color too. Believe in the big I and the lowercase I. Your lowercase g gift matters just as much as the big case G gift matters too. Right? Believe both. Right now, your human body has trillions of cells all agreeing that this thing is incredible and worth keeping alive. Yeah. So we have our true colors. Make our mental colors match, right? Make my mental pigment complement the colors you constructed as my soul, so that breeze of breath you speak through me can fan that flame of gold. Humanity's gold. We all matter. So, love is a habit, and that's what it looks and sounds and feels like. I hope you felt something really good during this 20 minutes. That's what it's all about. That's why I share what I do. It's so you can feel something incredible that maybe you haven't felt ever before. Maybe you haven't felt it in a really long time. You matter. What's inside you matters. The gift matters. How you habitually treat it and feed it and nourish it matters. And so when people try to keep you trapped in that chrysalis, for me, it's mental health. I get it all the time. People want to treat me like I'm a concern. I'm not. I haven't been for months, but certain people just refuse to acknowledge that or believe it or trust it. So I get it all the time. And it's really, really, really irritating because it is dehumanizing. I need the opportunity to be free and grow and change and be the person that I actually am, and not the illness you think I am and should stay as. I'm not my diagnosis. I'm not the charge against me. I'm not any of that stuff. You need to open your eyes and actually see the truth and trust it. So if you made it all this way through, thank you for doing just that. Keep it going. Check out my music page. I'll put a link in my bio, but you can just search real quick. It's Atlas Music and Example. Just put that in the search bar here on YouTube, and it'll take you right there. So thank you so much. That particular channel needs to get to certain people. Please help me do it. I can't do it myself. I'm doing everything I can. I don't mind being annoying, so I'm going to send Lindsey Sterling message after message after message just to see if anything breaks through the sauce that she gets. And I know, like, think about how many followers she has and how many are just like full of crap and be like, yeah, the best, blah, 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 like single line, whatever. Like, no, like mine actually matters a lot more. So please help me reach her. Please just nudge her and say, hey, check your message from Atlas. It matters. Check out this YouTube channel. Could change your life. Could change the life of millions. Or more. Who knows? Thank you for being here. And I really appreciate you. Thanks.